got a pretty serious situation with my Mountain Max. After a winter of hardly any snow, it's finally about to dump something like 9 inches on us in the forecast, which is usually a bit low. And yesterday, while trying to rock it loose of its frozen parking spot, I broke the steering column right off. Now, I gather that this is a somewhat common occurrence for the folks who are still riding these old beasts, which is an awesome sled, by the way. And so, since I've got to fix it, I figured I might as well bring you along. And since it's currently a frigid 9 degrees outside at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible so I don't have to try to do it in the dark, in the freezing outside. First order of business is gonna be to pull off this handlebar clamp. Ooh, nope, just kidding. First order of business is going to be to take my likely Sub-Zero tools in the house to let them warm up while I have lunch. Oh yeah, that's a little bit more civilized. And because anything worth doing is worth overdoing, I'm going to keep all this stuff in the cooler with a growler of warm water to keep it all warm outside. Oh yeah, that's way more better. All right, now before I take those loose, I'm gonna at least loosen the other ones because there's really nothing holding this decapitated thing here. So loosen them up while I can still hold on to the handlebar. All right, let's see what happens here. Open that up so that we can lean this poor thing. I want to lean it somewhere. Disconnect the wiring harness. Oh, that's always dangerous, especially in the cold. Shoot. Hey, maybe that's why my hand warmers don't work. Ow. Dang. That's uncool. Well, I don't expect much sweat. Probably won't be much tears, but we're definitely getting partway into the situation here. What else? What else is going to be in the way? Maybe the breather. Come on. Turn loose. All right, zip tie. Enough is enough. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see that. This is rubbed pretty good right here. It looks like it's been broken for a while. And then just what I did yesterday is I pulled on it and it broke right there. So we got a seam in there. And we have this part that we need to reattache to there. All right, what I'm gonna do here is not sleeving it, but like internally sleeving it. I'm gonna see if I've got a piece of pipe that'll go on the inside of that, and then we'll weld it back on there, because I don't think outside sleeving it is gonna do us any good. Let's see what we got here. 845, 850. And I think that we got a winner right here. 840, 845. That is close enough for what I'm looking for. That's a pretty good way to warm it up, huh? How about that? Will it go in there? Yeah, looks like it will once I get that seam out. Let's do this. Boy, nothing wants to work in this temperature. Alright, that'll go in there nicely. We need to make sure to index this correctly. We need to make sure that that seam lines up with the seam on the other half, or else we're going to be steering cockeyed. Alright, we're on the right track. Unintentional snowmobile joke there for you. Okay. It's kind of about as far as I expect to be able to get with it. All right, I'm going to take this into the house and warm it up to have the best hope of getting good welding penetration. All right, this welder is just barely better than no welder at all. As a matter of fact, sometimes I think it's not quite. I'm gonna give it a shot. Oh, but first, let me show you what my plan is here. I was thinking about this. My initial plan was to stick the sleeve down in there and then put the broken part over the top of it and then just try to weld around where the break is. However, when I do that, all I'm doing is welding the two broken parts together, because certainly not with my little bitty welder here, I'm not really going to have the penetration, probably, not reliably anyway, to penetrate through that and into the patch piece. I don't think. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the sleeve in there, then I'm going to run a bead around the top of that, welding the old part to the sleeve. Okay, and then I'm going to put the top broken part on, and I will weld it in the top, weld the sleeve to the broken part, and then I'll run a bead around here. Hopefully it'll all make sense. I'll do my best to show you what I'm doing. All right, so that we don't ignite anything unnecessarily. Man, Seth Murphy, what a hammer for the job. Oh yeah. All right. It's not a beautiful weld, but it's a weld that'll hold. So that's the first part. That's the stem. Oh man, I kind of lost my index mark. I kind of burned it off, but I'm gonna make this square with the snowmobile. The skis are square, straight, and I guess whatever doesn't wind up perfect, I can fix with the tie rod ends. It is certainly not pretty, but I do believe that it's gonna hold up just fine, and not a minute too soon. The sun just went down. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a couple of minutes to cool off, and I'm gonna start putting it all back together and see what happens. Come here. I want you right here. Huh? Hurry up. Okay, with your hand, just push forward, just that much. More, right there. We're getting that. Thank you. I couldn't have done that without you, without your help.